What happens when a powerful CEO dates a simple, single dad just to prove a point, but ends up discovering a shocking truth? This story is full of pride, secrets, and an unexpected twist that will change everything. Stay with us till the end, because what she learns about him will leave you speechless. Before we begin, make sure to like this video. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss an amazing story like this. Now let's get started. Emma had always lived life on her own terms. As a successful CEO in New York, she was used to control over her company, her image, and even her relationships. The only person who constantly challenged her authority was her mother, elegant, sharp-tongued, and impossible to please. Her mother had a habit of judging every man Emma ever brought home. None were good enough. None were successful enough, and certainly none matched the high expectations she had set for her daughter's future. After years of subtle criticism and outright rejection, Emma reached a point where she no longer wanted approval. She wanted defiance. That's how Jake entered her life. He wasn't part of her usual circle of high-powered executives or polished entrepreneurs. Emma met him by chance at a quiet neighborhood cafe, a place she rarely visited. He was there with his young daughter, patiently helping her with homework while sipping coffee that had long gone cold. There was something calm about him, something steady that stood in contrast to the chaos Emma was used to. When they started talking, Jake was polite but reserved, never trying to impress her or boast about his life. That alone intrigued her when Emma told her mother about Jake. She carefully described him in the simplest terms. Single dad, modest job, ordinary lifestyle. The reaction was exactly what she expected. Her mother dismissed him instantly, calling him another distraction and warning Emma not to waste her time. Instead of feeling hurt, Emma felt a strange sense of satisfaction. For once, she had found someone who irritated her mother without even trying. That was enough reason to continue seeing him. Their dates were simple walks in the park, casual dinners, quiet conversations. Jake never seemed out of place, but he also never tried to step into Emma's high-profile world. He listened more than he spoke, and when he did speak, his words carried a quiet depth. He talked about raising his daughter, about choosing time over money, about finding balance in a world that constantly demanded more. Emma found it refreshing, though she didn't fully understand it. Still in the back of her mind, Emma kept her assumptions. Jake was kind, yes. Intelligent, maybe. But ultimately, she believed he was just an average man living a simple life, far removed from the complexity of her own. She never imagined there could be more beneath that calm exterior. To her, Jake was a temporary escape, a way to rebel, to breathe, to prove a point, yet something was shifting. Without realizing it, Emma started looking forward to their conversations, to the way Jake's presence slowed her racing thoughts. For the first time in years, she wasn't thinking about strategy, competition, or expectations. She was simply present. And while she told herself it was all part of her little rebellion, a quiet part of her began to wonder if this connection was becoming something she could no longer control. The tension in Emma's office was suffocating. Screens flickered with error messages, phones rang endlessly, and her team scrambled in panic as the company's core system collapsed without warning. Millions of dollars were at risk, and every passing second made it worse. Emma stood in the center of the chaos, issuing orders demanding updates, but nothing seemed to work. Her top engineers were stuck, unable to trace the root of the failure. For the first time in a long while, she felt control slipping from her hands. Jake had been waiting quietly in the corner, having stopped by to meet Emma for dinner. He watched the situation unfold, his calm expression unchanged, while everyone else spiraled. After a moment, he stepped forward and asked a simple question that cut through the noise. At first, no one paid attention. But when Emma turned to him, half frustrated, half desperate, she allowed him a chance. Jake moved to a workstation. Scanning lines of code with sharp focus, his fingers began to move quickly, confidently, as if he had seen this problem before. Within minutes, he identified a critical flaw others had overlooked. The room fell silent as he rewrote sections of the system, stabilizing it piece by piece. Slowly, the errors disappeared and the system came back to life. Emma stared in disbelief, her team equally stunned. This wasn't luck, this was expertise. When she questioned him, Jake finally revealed the truth. He had once been a top software engineer, known for solving complex problems under pressure, but he had stepped away to raise his daughter. In that moment, Emma realized how deeply she had misjudged him. and everything she thought she knew about him began to change.